That is one of my favorite songs, and is actually written by an Irish songwriter and singer, but it was covered by some numerous artists. So that's a fun fact for you. So you might know him. He give you a hint. He's from Northern Ireland, and he's very famous. So, my independent travel advisors, you guys, I hope you all had a fabulous time since I've last seen you. Today we're going to talk about locally hosted rail. So, this has become an increasingly popular way and travel style to travel in Ireland. And as I said, we are talking about our customizable itineraries this week as well. So, this is where, you're on your own but never alone when you're travelling to Ireland or Scotland when you're travelling by rail. You're going to have a local host, a local specialist in each of the destination your client visits. So let me give you an example. So in our brochure, before I talk about this, I want to show you that this is all examples of the train. So, we go to South Ireland, Northern Ireland, and also for Scotland too. So these are all just sample itineraries. Everything can be mixed and matched in regards to accommodation in this. So they can stay in castles, B&Bs, hotels, manors, however they want to stay. It's all customizable. So let me just explain how this works. So let's say, for example, they want to do the Dublin, Cork, Killarney and Shannon region tour vacation. So let's say your client will arrive into Dublin and they're going to be transported to the hotel. And there they will meet their local host, their local Brendan specialist. And the specialist will come in, for example, Fran, who's the Dublin specialist there, and sit with your client for like an hour or two and sit and talk to them, and if they have any questions to ask about Dublin or what they should do, where they should go, that is what our local host specialist is there for. It's there to give them the documentation and answer any questions or give them any suggestions that they might have. So let's say they spend a couple of hours with Fran or whoever the local host is. And then Fran goes, okay, here's my phone number. I am here whatever you need 24/7. You're on your own, but you're never ever alone. So it's that friend in that destination. Then your clients can go off and travel independently and go and do whatever they like to do for the 2 days that they're in Dublin and have a great time. Let's say then, for example, they're in Grafton Street and they're like, I have an awful thirst for an Ale Guinness. Where should I get one? Let's call Fran. Call up Fran and say, I'm on Grafton Street, where should we go for Guinness? We want a bite to eat. Fran can say, oh, go down to Jimmy around the corner there, tell him I sent you. So it's that friend in that destination, but you have that independence to do what you like. So they have a great time in Dublin, they dance a ceilidh, do it, we do, diddly do, and they get the train down there to Cork. So then they go to Cork and they meet their next local host, their local specialist from that area, or who was born or who lived in that area for a long time, who knows the area inside out. Meets them when they get to the hotel and is there and with their documentation they need for when they're staying in Cork, or there for any questions that they have. So then they have a great time on their own in Cork. They call their local host whenever they need them or text them. They might not need them at all. Maybe they want them to plan out their whole day for them, whatever they like. And they go off and do their own thing. They go kiss the Blarney Stone. They do whatever they want to do. And then they'll travel to Killarney. And there they'll meet their next local host, their local specialist in Killarney, who knows the area inside out, who is born and raised there, or who hasn't born and raised there, and is there to give them any advice, any tips on when they're in Killarney. So this is great time. They call, let's say it's Pat down in Killarney, and they can call and text them anytime and have that friend in that destination, even though they're travelling independently. Now, as you can see, our wee island isn't very big, so we do have a car that comes pick up your clients and do the Ring of Kerry and up to the cliffs of Moher, and then they'll fly out from Shannon. This is just example. So they have the luxury of doing the guided rail on their not guided, they'll do the rail by themselves and have that person to help them at each location if they need it, and then they have a driver to pick them up and do the last leg of the vacation. So, and then of course they can stay in a castle, why not, for their last night before they head out. So it's the best of both worlds, driver and then your independence as well. So as I said, these are all sample itineraries. They can be they're just there to get the wee thoughts flowing, and we can organise everything for your client as well. So it's a great way to travel. I did it with my husband and we loved it because it was still nice to know, oh sugar, like where are we going to go for dinner tonight? Let's just call It's called Pat and See Where He Suggests Tonight, or Where There's Live Music Tonight, Pat might know, and it's a great way to travel. So, you know, Ireland, we are like the first stop to Europe, right, for your clients coming to visit. So it's a great ease if they're just the first time traveling as well. You know, English speaking country, it's absolutely beautiful, never gets too hot, never gets too cold. We'll show your clients the Celtic way and how they can experience the best of the Celtic culture when they travel to Ireland and Scotland as well. You know, don't forget the Cosy season. At this is the time we're seeing that people are booking more last minute these days, and we can get them their itineraries together, their customizable itineraries. If they want to do self-drive, chauffeur, or locally hosted rail, we can put them together and get them traveling what we call the Cosy season. So that's anywhere from September, October to March, you know. So never, as I said, it never gets too hot or too cold, and it's a great way to travel. First choice accommodations are available, and you know, it's not overpacked with tourists. It's fantastic time to travel in Ireland. I was there at Christmas time. It was 65 degrees, and I had my t-shirts on. I was out walking the roads, and it was perfect. You know, I love having like big peat fires and my wee hot whiskey as well. So it's a great time to travel as well. So as we said, we've noticed the trend is kind of people are booking last minute, so we can do that for them too. So it never gets too hot, too cold. Like, there was one snowstorm in 50 years, and the highest heat wave we ever had once ever was 90 degrees. But it generally ranges from 40 to 80. So 40 during the winters, and then 80 in the summers, like 60 to 80 in the summer. So we just do suggest bring some layers, you know, and we are green for a reason. So do tell your clients they might expect some rain. As I talked about before, sustainability is such a big part in every single thing that we do. And as we're powered by TreadRight and the Travel Corporation as a whole, we're all about giving back and making an impact in the areas that we visit. So, Brenda Vacations, there's our wonderful Managing Director, Catherine. There she is again with our fabulous chairman and our CEOs. So we have Gavin Toman, Mr. Toman and Brett Toman, and we are part of the amazing Travel Corporation. You might hear some of our sister brands with Trafalgar. We've got Uniworld with the River Cruises. We've got Insight, Luxury Gold, Cost Saver, African Travel. The list goes on and on. We are so proud to be part of this wonderful family. So it's so fantastic, and the company is so big into giving back into sustainability as well. We've actually started doing no single-use plastic in our offices as well, so we really want to encourage that as well wherever we go too. So let me finish off by saying, Brandon Vacations, we are anything in a kilt. That's how you remember us, the Ireland and Scotland specialist. No matter where or how your client wants to travel, we have them covered from guided to fully customizable. And we connect your client to the real heartbeat of the Celtic Isle. And for me, that's the people. So thank you for tuning in, guys. I know I've had a great time recording these wee videos. I hope you enjoyed them too. And I hope you had a wonderful day. I think you're going to have a meal in my gut, which means thank you. Slán!